Welcome back to Chaparral. It is an exciting month here at Glendale Community College. I am here with Jason Plourde, our wellness coordinator. And as always, I am your co-editor, Aisha Connor-Gayton. Welcome, Jason.
Hi, thanks
Welcome
for having
back.
me.
Yay,
Thank
we
you.
did it. We survived summer. So here we are. This is going to be our September issue, technically. And our theme is changes, right? It is inspired by David Bowie, if you're a Bowie fan. But one of the things we want to kind of get a sense of is people's, not only their changes in their job, but like how they think people should address change as things happen in our community. So first off, what's the biggest change that you've experienced in your role as the wellness coordinator here at GCC?
I think one of the biggest changes is the implementation of the wellness program. Initially, the wellness program was started by the Guild. So basically, it was overseen by the Guild. But since Dr. Brittany Grice has come on as our HR, Dean of HR, she actually felt that it was more, just like every other, I guess, like large corporation, like that should be something that should be led by HR, which makes sense. If a big corporation, they're not going to have, their union run their wellness program. It's something that should be offered from human resources. So that's kind of been our biggest change. One great thing with that is that I have not I necessarily, but the wellness program has a person dedicated to the wellness program from the HR, which is great because that means that they really care about the wellness program. They're really supportive. So that's one of our biggest changes is that we're kind of, I guess, run now by human resources.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and it does. I think you've mentioned why. Not only for the reasons like you said, so it can be more accessible to the entire GCC community. So not only those union members necessarily or faculty members, right? But also HR having, I think, the support. So even for the Wellness Open House, which happened just when we're at the time of this is yesterday, but this would have been the what date is it? The 24th? I don't know. We never know what day. Yeah, correct. There we go. Thank you. Woo. September 24th. And you were able to get a lot of marketing because you had the like kind of HR tendrils at your disposal, right? So there was a lot of posts, there were lots of emails that went out. And then the support of like actual physically a lot of like the admin coming out and to the event, which is always great to see.
That's a huge thing. That shows that they really do, care about the wellness program because like it benefits everybody, right? It benefits our faculty and staff. It benefits the college because if people are well, then they're not going to be needing the health benefits, so it's beneficial for everybody. Having, an admin come out and be there to support, they all wore sweatbands, which was, I thought, it was kind of funny, but it was awesome that they show that they care, and it was a really great event. And Heidi Jenkins, she's the person that's like the liaison with the wellness program from HR. Like she was the one that kind of came up with the idea, and we kind of spitballed it and rolled with it, and like it turned out really, really well. I don't have final numbers. I meant to go and count to see how many people came through there, but there was quite a few people. I would say probably over 100 easy. And that's one of those things, you offer free snacks or free food, people are going to show up. So, but it was a really great event. People, a lot of people know that it's there. They were, after, talking to them, they were just surprised, like, oh, we didn't know that we have all this equipment. We knew it's here, but we didn't know exactly what was in here. So hopefully that drew up some more interest in the wellness program, for Tuesdays and Thursdays for the faculty and staff hours.
Absolutely. And I mean, those are great numbers for any event at GCC, let alone one that's kind of, where you're calling people in to change their lifestyle, right? And that's a big shift for a lot of people. So coming off of the momentum of this event, what is like one big change you're looking forward to in the coming year? I know you've already mentioned your collaboration with HR, so even anything related to that.
I mean, I think it's just kind of continuing with that, trying to just, it's with wellness, it's always just creating that buzz, that, I want to make sure that to continue the support from admin, going to like the admin exec meetings, giving them things that they can use. With me not having to be there, maybe it's here's a 2-minute stretch routine that we can do before our meeting because, I was talking to Alan, and he was saying that, my shoulders like really, really tense. And I'm like, you have to have good posture. And he's like, I think a lot of it has to do because I'm at a desk, at a computer. That's, I think, one of the real easy, simple thing that, every admin can before their meetings, or every manager before their meetings, lead a quick stretch session that will help with that posture so that the tension's not in the shoulders. Yes. So I'm really excited with that. Like I said, the support of HR, the support of admin, it's great. It's going to allow us to do some very good things with the wellness program.
How exciting. Yeah, and I think I say that as I sit up straight, right, during this presentation. You always just need kind of that reminder. I think a lot of us, especially those of us who already have some sort of fitness regime or we exercise outside of here as a sport, we know what to do, but having the wellness support and the reminders constantly, especially in the workplace, because we do get muddled in our computers and like stuck at our desks a lot. And so it's nice to have these kind of like additional ways to kind of stretch and feel and kind of, reconfigure ourselves when we need it most, I think, which is the workday. So as the wellness coordinator, I mean, like I said, our theme is changes. And one of the things we want people to do is not only open themselves to change, but kind of figure out their feelings around change. And like you said, you have a new collaboration with Human Resources, and Heidi Jenkins is kind of your representative there. And that change is welcome, right? So when you have change that's maybe making a little bit of anxieties or nervousness, what do you suggest to folks in terms of like advice or strategies when we're dealing with change that maybe we didn't anticipate or that we're not looking forward to?
Well, as far as wellness goes, like that's change, right? You're gonna change to become a weller or a healthier person, and that can be scary for everybody. What I suggest is just start slow. It's obviously you understand that there's a need for, or the people understand that there's a need for change. That's why generally I get approached as the wellness coordinator, is because they want to change, right? They want to become healthier. They want to become more fit, more well, whatever it may be. The good news is that the fact that they understand that they need that change, that's the first step right there. That's 90% of it. The other 10% is something that, as the wellness coordinator, I can help them with, setting them up with a wellness plan, a workout plan, whatever it may be. But that really, like, part of the when someone has a problem, part of the problem is admitting they have a problem. That's the biggest thing. That's the first step in, either whether it be recovery or whatever, in this case, in starting your wellness journey. So change, I mean, that it is a change. The fact that they understand that they need a change to become more well or healthier, like I said, that's 90% of it. And the rest is, we can figure it out along the way. We'll start slow and go from there. But it was real nice seeing people that yesterday, the 24th, that came and said, I want to start coming in here and using the equipment. I want to start partaking in the wellness program activities. Like that's awesome in itself. Just the fact that they understand that, hey, this is going to make me a healthier person. And like that's the best way to start. And then we can kind of go from there, and we can tailor, workout plans or, whatever their wellness journey wants to, however they want their wellness journey to go, we can kind of tailor a plan for them.
Nice. So Sounds like a mixture of things, but mostly an openness to change is kind of a necessity, right, to get started.
Absolutely.
So changing the attitude first, and then as Jason, our wellness coordinator, has said here, asking for help, being willing to find more out about what you need to change. And in this case, you can come to Jason, and he will set you up with a workout plan, which I think they're charging pretty big bucks around Los Angeles for those. So if you need a wellness plan, a workout plan, like we've always plugged here, but we'll reiterate, you can come into the gym and ask how to use the equipment even. So again, that nervousness, that anxiety, in this case, you have all the tools at your disposal as a part of this community. So all you need is the attitude change, and we talk about that to our students all the time.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can all shift gears as we get into the fall semester. We thank you as always, Jason Plourde, our wellness coordinator, for your support. We're looking forward to these new opportunities along with the amazing offerings in the fitness center. So please check out those emails. He sends them every week.
Every Monday.
You see them multiple times. So and if you don't, you hear them here. So either way, plug in, tune into that, and again, be open to that change, and you'll get to where I think you want to go.
Hopefully, that's the plan, right?
Right? Okay, well, signing off here from Chaparral, I'm Aisha, your co-editor, here with Jason Plourde, our wellness coordinator, and we'll talk to you next issue. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.